Alrighty, folks. Well, it's 9:05, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you for being here today. We really appreciate you guys making some time to talk to our students about transfer to your specific institutions. This session is being recorded, and so we are going to have it circulated on our platform so that students that are unable to join us this morning can later watch it at home. So again, welcome. My name is Mireya Hakwinde. I serve as the lead academic success coach for the School of Business and Industry. And with me is Bonnie Kelly, who is one of our academic success coaches as well. She helped kind of coordinate all of this. You guys have maybe been corresponding with her this last semester and probably in the past. So she does a great job at helping us out put this together. So thank you, Bonnie, for that. Also with us is Vanessa Barrientos. She is our Director of Internal Communications, and so she's helping with technology. So we appreciate her being here as well. So with us today, we have representatives from Solaros State University and Sam Houston State University. So each school will get about 20 to 30 minutes to present. Feel free to take up that time to talk to us about your school, the transfer process to your school, and everything, everything else in between. Afterwards, we'll save some time for Q&A if we have any students hop on. And if not, we'll wrap up and then and that'll be that. So without further ado, we'll like to go ahead and present our first presenters from Sam Houston State. If I could have Mr. Christopher O'Brien, and I believe we have Shamika Belmeza with us as well. Awesome. All right, so I'll go ahead and let you guys take it off.
Good morning, everyone. And again, thank you so much for allowing us this opportunity to come and speak with your students. First and foremost, I'm Dr. Christopher O'Brien. I'm the Director of Enrollment Services at Sam Houston State University, and we're located at the Woodland Center. Our main campus is actually in Huntsville. And on today with me, I actually have Ms. Shamika Belmeza. So anytime we have questions or concerns from students when we get to that point, she'll definitely be in the chat, assisting our students with answering those questions as well. So without further ado, let's actually get started. And congratulations, welcome to becoming a Bearcat, hopefully. So Sam Houston State University was founded as a normal institution, which just means it was founded as a teacher's college. And over the years, we've actually grown exponentially. And we currently now have 8 total colleges. And you'll learn a little bit more about those as we go through this presentation today. Here are key facts about what we like to call CAT facts. So we're #1 with student placement in the Texas workforce within 12 months of graduating. And also we have a student to faculty ratio of 24:1. And then there are some other facts there as well. So again, I told you I'm with the Office of Enrollment Services. And in this office, we love to use the phrase transfer, transform, and transition for our students. So in Enrollment Service, we're actually an all-inclusive office designed to assist students moving from a prospective student to an enrolled student. So what does this office really do in detail? We help students with their admissions requirements, financial aid, recruitment, student account balance information, test guidance, which we'll talk a little bit more about here in a moment, degree overview, and face-to-face coursework, online coursework, and there are a myriad of other services that we also help students with. So test guidance. As a transfer student, one of the things that you're probably most interested in is that wonderful question, will my credits transfer? And with that being said, with our transfer equivalency self-service guidance, we are able to look at an unofficial transcript for a student and give them an idea of how their credits will potentially transfer. So in this process, we like to call it degree discovery, because we're helping you as a student discover if a degree is actually going to be the right degree for you. Now, we're not actual academic advisors. We are the first leg of the process in ensuring that you are kind of pursuing the degree of your choice and a degree that's going to give you the best usage of your credits earned at your institution. So Enrollment Services, not only do we work with transfer students, we also help assist undergrad students, adult learners, and our 100% online students. So colleges, programs, and majors. Here at Sam Houston, the first college we have is Arts and Media. And within the Arts and Media College, here are the different degree programs that we actually offer, things from animation all the way to mass comm. Now, you will actually note that there are some of these degrees that are also starred. Those degrees can also be paired with a teacher certification. In the College of Business Administration, here's a listing of the coursework that we actually have as well. Coursework from accounting all the way to supply chain management. And additionally, when you have some free time, take a moment to go to shsu.edu and look at all of the different degrees, programs, and certifications and certificates that we actually have to offer. So criminal justice is another one of our large colleges. As most people know, Sam Houston is known for criminal justice. And here are some of the programs that we actually have, or the three programs, I should say, we have in the criminal justice field. Criminal justice, the BA, the BS, all the way to victim studies, the BA and the BS. And victim studies is actually the newest of the undergraduate degrees that we have, along with homeland security studies. Education, as I mentioned earlier, we were founded as a normal institution, which just means a teacher's college. And in the College of Education, we have coursework from EC through 6 Education Core, Bachelor's of Science, all the way to pre-K 3, Bachelor's of Science. And just a quick note, I'm an actual undergraduate student from Sam Houston State. I actually got my degree in speech and English, and I actually went on to become a school teacher. So the College of Education is something that I'm very passionate about because I do believe that educators really, truly do make a difference in the lives of children. Next college is health science. And in this area, we have coursework from bilingual health care studies, which is a Bachelor's of Arts, all the way through the nursing BSN. As most of you are probably aware, nursing is one of the fastest growing degree programs, and nurses are actually in high demand across the nation. So for those of you that are actually interested in the BSN in nursing, Sam Houston State University can help you on that path. Humanities and social sciences. So for those individuals that love coursework like English, philosophy, and psychology, our College of Humanities and Social Sciences is just for you. One of the things that we are well known for here is our program, our BA and the BS in history and psychology. I probably will talk a little bit more about psychology for those of you that are actually interested in going all the way through and obtaining a doctorate. Sam Houston State University has 100% placement of our psychology students at the doctoral level. So what that physically means, if you start with us here at Sam, prior to graduation, all of our students have actually been successfully placed in the work environment at the doctoral level. And last, osteopathic medicine. I think we still have one more college left after this. So for those of you that are actually interested in becoming a medical doctor, yes, Sam Houston has a medical school now. Osteopathic medicine. So for those individuals who are actually interested in holistic medicine or interested in working in the rural area, our osteopathic school is designed just for you, because what we're trying to do is ensure we prepare the next doctors who are actually going to be working in the rural area. Now, that doesn't just limit you to the rural area. However, that's what our focus is. Science and engineering technology. Degrees from applied arts and science to BAAS, which is actually a wonderful degree for any of you students who currently are working on some type of technical degree at your community college. And these degree programs go all the way through software engineering, which is a Bachelor's of Science. And for those of you that are actually interested in engineering, our engineering program here is more of a technology type of engineering, where it's physically the hands-on type of engineering. So it's not necessarily what most people think when they think in terms of engineering. So here on your screen currently right now, there is a QR code for our Shsu Catalog. So at this time, you can feel free to scan it. I'll leave it up for a moment here, but this will give you an opportunity to look at every single degree that you've actually seen on the screen thus far. And in scanning this code, you will find out what those degree requirements are, what the admissions requirements are, but we're going to talk about that as well. So what is campus life really like here at Sam Houston State? And if you become a student, what can you expect? Well, first and foremost, we have 14 residential halls here at Sam Houston. So you have an opportunity to room with your friends, room with your peers, or if you, one of those students, if you want a private room, we do have those available for you as well. Most of our dorms are co-ed dorms, but there are dormitories specifically for female students as well. So for those of you who are a foodie like me, there are different types of restaurants here on our campus, from Panda Express to Steak and Shake. These things are actually housed in our Loman Student Center, which is a fantastic, wonderful building. You have things like bowling and so on and so forth actually in the building just for our students. But just know, here at SAM, whatever your taste palette is, we probably have something just for you. Our rec sports, the Department of Recreational Sports offers a wide variety of recreational programming. So for those of you that are not necessarily athletes, but you still want to be involved in athletic events, you can actually become part of our rec sports activities program. Students have the ability to create their own teams. And it's just some paperwork that you actually have to fill out through our rec sports office. But some of the things that includes is like adventure trips, clinicals, workshops, climbing center. Yes, we do have a rock wall here at SAM. Equipment rental, challenging courses, sports, club sports, fitness, and intramural sports. But again, with rec sports, you have the ability to become part of campus life. You have the ability to, again, gather a group of your friends to develop your own type of team that can be participants in different rec sports activities. So student activities. Student activities, and I think you may have been having a hard time hearing me, so I do apologize. Turning it up just a little bit. So with student activities, like I mentioned earlier, we have the Bearcat Alley, which is our bowling alley. It's located in our Lowman Student Center. We have a huge homecoming activity, and most of the times it's actually homecoming week, and we have an activity every single day. We have a cat comedy showcase. The ring ceremony has actually become one of the huge highlights for our juniors actually, as they're going into their senior year. They're actually getting their senior ring. So most schools do have some type of ring ceremony, but here we like to think at Sam Houston that ours is extra special. And one of the things that I mostly enjoy is the Tree of Light ceremony. So during the Christmas season, we actually erect this wonderful, beautiful Christmas tree that all of our student organizations have an opportunity to put ornaments on. And then we do the lighting of our Christmas tree in our mall area where all students, parents, and friends and visitors are actually welcome to come and participate with us. So some other things that you can be a part of is our study abroad program here at SAM. So for those students who are looking to go overseas to learn a foreign language or go overseas just to have an opportunity to experience life in a different country, that is all available to you. We have a program, Bearcats All Paws In, and we have what we call a Bearcat Camp. So this is where you have an opportunity to meet new students to campus. So as a transfer student, you have the ability to participate in Bearcat Camp as well for transfer students. And I would like to say it's a great opportunity for you to meet new people. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to make some long-lasting friendships as well. So Sam Houston State is located in Huntsville, Texas, and the city is actually filled with a lot of life. To be quite honest with you, our student population really makes up a large portion of the community here in Huntsville. But what's really interesting about it, a lot of the restaurants throughout the city actually give discounts for our students. So it's a wonderful atmosphere. It's a very student-friendly city. And one of the things that I like to tell most students about, we have this beautiful geo pool. It's the picture that's going to be down here if you see my mouse moving. It's a place where you can actually go and visit. The water is pristinely clear. So take an opportunity if you choose to come to Huntsville to go out there and to take part of the Huntsville life. And we have this huge fair on the square every single year as well. So services and resources, because it's key and it's important to know what services are offered to you as a student at any institution. So here at Sam Houston, we have an academic success center. So this is to actually help students in terms of their academics. Students can go there to receive assistance if you're having some difficulty with writing, mathematics, and other coursework. We have a student money management center. This is actually designed to help you as a student manage your finances, whether that is money that you receive from a particular job that you're working or the financial aid that you receive as a part of your financial aid package. We have a student health center, which is designed to meet your medical needs, a counseling center, if need be. There are counselors available on campus for you to just talk about day-to-day life, as well as, to help you deal with some of those challenging periods of time in your life as well. And then we also have services for students with disabilities. So for individuals that have any type of learning disability or physical disability, uh, that particular office will help you and ensure that you get the service and make sure that your needs are being met. We also have what we like to call learning communities. These are actual learning communities where you're paired with students who are majoring in the same types of programming as you are. And it gives you the opportunity to have a smaller community, and you're able to work with those students, take courses with those students. So you always have a study partner. And I think that's one of the huge values of the learning communities here. And you see the list of the different ones that we currently have. SHSU athletics, well, as you all know, we are football champions. We finally got over the hurdle. So we were really excited about that here at SAM. We had a wonderful, huge parade through downtown Huntsville where the community came out in great support. But here at SAM, you can see the listing of the different sports that we actually have. As a student, you actually have the ability to attend all of these sporting events just by showing your Bearcat card. This is actually your, I like to say it's your Sam Houston ID card. It gets you into all the wonderful events, and it also acts as a key to get you in and out of your residential hall as well. So what is the admissions process? First and foremost, you apply at applytexas.org. You can actually do that mobilely now as well. You pay your $50, which is a non-refundable application fee, and you submit your required documents. As a transfer student, the required document is going to be your official transcripts from any institution that you've actually attended. So transfer, if you have a 2.5 GPA, you're able to transfer with anything between 12 to 17 semester credit hours. If you have 18 or more semester credit hours, you only need a 2.0 GPA to actually transfer. Now, just understand that the coursework that is actually transferred, this is really based on the coursework that we will accept. So for example, let me just give you a quick example. You may have 25 semester credit hours that you've actually completed at your institution, but of that 25 semester credit hours, only 17 of those hours will transfer. Therefore, your GPA would have to be a 2.5. So with transfer, it's just 2 steps. You apply online. The application fee is actually $50. Sorry for the typo that you see on your screen. Now it's no longer $45. It is now $50. And you submit your transcripts as I stated earlier. So the important deadlines that you need to understand as a transfer student. So May 15th for students who are trying to start in the summer semester. So that would be summer of 2022. The next semester that we actually have that's going to open is spring 2022. And the application deadline for that is going to be December the 1st. So as a potential student, I always encourage you, don't wait till the last minute to apply. Because one, you want to make sure that we have enough time to receive all of your information and you have enough time to get those documents submitted. And in addition to that, the earlier you submit, the better off you are as a student. On your screen now, you actually see a cost estimate per semester, and this is based on the fall 2020 tuition rates. So you're looking at roughly $12,836 a semester. And again, that's based on fall 2020 rates, and that is subject to change. So how do you pay for college as a transfer student? Well, here at Sam Houston State, over 72% of our students receive some type of financial aid. So financial aid includes Pell Grants or funds that you receive from the federal government. There are also some state grants that are actually available for you as a student. We do have a myriad of different scholarships available, and there are also outside scholarships. So all of those things physically make up what we like to call your financial aid package. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier is like we inform students to apply as early as possible. And the reason for that is because we have what we call a Bearcat transfer scholarship. Yes, we have a scholarship that is truly for transfer students. So what are the requirements for that? You have to meet all of the conditions. One, you have to be, it's on a first come, first served basis. You definitely have to say that. And you have to be a first time transfer student to SHSU. You have to transfer from an accredited university or community college, and you have to be seeking your first bachelor's degree. So we require a minimum of 45 transferable academic credit hours and a minimum GPA of a 2.75, and that's going to be cumulative. So as long as you meet those requirements, there's a possibility that you could be awarded a Bearcat Transfer Scholarship. And the higher your GPA, the more money you can earn. So as we're getting ready to wrap it up, there are campus tours actually available. They're offered through the weekday and on specified Saturdays. And we also have what we call a virtual campus visit as well. So feel free to scan the QR code and you have an opportunity to communicate with our visitor center to schedule a campus tour. If you desire or want more or additional information, you can scan this QR code that you see on your screen right now and fill out the actual form, and we will definitely forward more additional information to you. And at this time, we actually open it for questions, but before I close out, again, I'm Dr. O'Brien, and the individuals you see on the screen are Mr. Christopher Arcos, Ms. Shamika Belmeza, and Ms. Priscilla Fisher. We're located again at the Woodland Center, and you can reach out to us at 936-294-5170 or via email at enroll@shsu.edu. We look forward to hearing from you, and just know that we are here to assist you in any shape, form, or fashion. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule today to listen to what we had to share, and we look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you guys so much for that awesome presentation. We have, trying to see if we have any questions in the chat, although I did have one question for you and for Shamika. I always like to hear what your favorite thing about your institution is. What is your favorite thing that you would say is about Sam Houston State?
So I'll allow Ms. Belmeza to go first, and then I'll follow up. Go ahead, Ms. Belmeza.
If I had to say anything was my favorite, it's just the feel of campus. The very first time that I stepped foot on, I knew I wanted to be at Sam Houston State University. It's a beautiful campus. Everyone is, it's just that Southern hospitality that you find in Texas. Everyone is super friendly, super helpful. I was kind of doe-eyed the first time that I walked on, and everyone was like, "Are you okay? Do you know where you're going?" And these were students, not even staff. So I'm just like, okay, everybody here, I love it. I need to be here. This is where I'm going to be. So I would say that it was the campus, the people, just the environment.
Awesome. And I will backdoor that and say ditto. That's one of the things that I love most about Sam Houston State. Is just the feel of being attached to something that's very encompassing. In addition to that, the other thing that I would really share about Sam Houston is it gives you the opportunity to truly become the individual you want to become. From all of the different activities that are actually available, from all of the different student organizations that are available. But even in that, when there is not something for you here, you have the ability to create it yourself. So I think that's pretty awesome when students can step on a campus, and if they can't necessarily find their niche, they're able to create it for themselves. So that's what I like.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you guys so much. Doesn't look like we have any questions in the chat yet, but that's okay. We'll have some time at the end if there are any that they can think of. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Solaros State University. So with us today, we have Missy Shankman. And so I will allow her to go ahead and take the floor and present about her institution.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me see, share my screen. And I can get it to, there we go. Okay, can you see the PowerPoint slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. So my name is Missy Shankman, and I am a transfer specialist for Solaros State University. I am actually housed on the Midland College campus, so I'm right next door to you guys. And so if you have any questions or comments, concerns, anything like that, then I can definitely help facilitate your transfer process and or answer any of those questions that you might have moving forward. So let's talk about Alpine just a little bit for those of you at OC who may not know where Alpine is. Alpine is in Brewster County, and so it's about a 2.5-hour drive kind of southwest from Odessa. And it's a very small town, a very small city, but it's closer to the border, and it has some things that, here in Flat West Texas, we don't have. They actually have mountains and green grass and trees and all that fun stuff down there. So it's really a very pretty place and a very interesting, different environment right in our back door. Okay, so why would you want to choose Solaros State University to finish out your degree? Well, there's several different reasons why. The first one that I'm going to talk about is we do have an outstanding academics program. We offer over 50 different programs, which we'll talk about those in just a few minutes. But we do have an exciting campus life for you as well. A lot of times students think that with Solaros, because it's so small, that you're not going to get the same kind of a school experience that you might get at some of these larger universities. But we still have the same traditions and the same kind of events that happen at your big institutions as well. But to me, they feel a little bit more personal because you know everybody that's there because it's such a small place. We have exceptional advising for our students. We really strive to make sure that we are graduating students on track with as few of classes as possible. So we really try to stay on that advising track of every semester students are coming in and making sure that they're on the right page, that they're not taking anything that they don't need to take. We are also we are also a great value. Our tuition and fees have been deemed some of the lowest in Texas, and we'll talk about that a little bit more when we finally get to the tuition and fees section. But we want you to know that you're more than just a number to us. So you guys would be transferring from Odessa College, which is a small institution as well. You guys are usually used to having smaller class sizes, and you're going to have that same exact feel if you transfer to Solaros State University because we're so small. We really value each and every student that we get. So our student population is approximately, it kind of fluctuates, right now we're about 2,250 students on campus. We have a few more students that are included in that population, but they're online students and they're not physically on campus. So our general student to teacher ratio is about 15:1 or 16:1. So it's going to be a very small class size, and you're going to get that special personal attention with that instructor, with those faculty members. We have hands-on learning opportunities because we are in the Big Bend area. We have a lot of chances to do outside learning, and so that's some of the things that we try to bring into the outside of the classroom to make sure that anytime that we can get you guys out of the classroom setting, we try to do that. We do have lots of individual attention. Again, because we have such small class sizes, our faculty members can spend that one-on-one time with you and help you really achieve your dreams. And so they'll be able to advise you and help you with, what you might need to have the best experience upon your graduation for finding a job. We also have individually designed majors. Because we're so small, again, we can kind of tailor your specific major to what your individual focus is. So for instance, say you're a biology major. Well, if you're a biology major and you want to do med school, then we have, we'll gear you more toward those medical based relevant classes. But if you were wanting to do field biology, so you were wanting to do research and work out in the field, we can also tailor that same biology degree to match those expectations of what a job would want from you. So here's a summary of our academics. We have over 50 different majors on campus, and we have 3 different colleges that we've set up in. This college structure is not quite right. We've done some restructuring over the summer, and so this has not been quite up to date yet. But we still have all of the same majors. We have just put them in different colleges now. We have some very successful large programs on campus. Some of the largest is criminal justice and our Homeland Security programs, business administration. Our animal science program is also very healthy with students. And then it's followed very closely with our kinesiology and our education programs. We have some very hot topic programs on campus right now, and those are going to be like anything to do with computer science. We have our gaming technology, and then we also have cybersecurity, which are up and coming, very high demand job market for those kinds of programs. Our music program, and then we also have a pre-med program that's a JAMP program that is also very involved. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So this is going to just kind of walk you through the different kinds of majors that we have. Again, the college structure is not quite right on these, but all of the majors are the same. So we do have an animal science and a natural resource management major on campus. And within those majors, we have, like I said before, we can really tailor into what you want to do. So very specific areas or concentrations, specializations, if you will, within those majors. Our next area is where we have our College of Arts and Sciences, and that's going to be our biologies, our physical sciences, biology, chemistry, geology, those types of things, as well as our social sciences, where we have our psychology and visual and performing arts. We also have a new nursing program on campus that we're super excited about, and we have an in-person nursing program, and then we also have an RN to BSN program that's 100% online for students that are needing to work while they're getting that done. So it's really nice and flexible. Our last college is the College of Education and Professional Studies. This was really the only one that didn't get changed a whole lot, but we have our business administration program, our education program, where we have all certification levels from early college, high school, or early college, so like preschool through 6th grade, and then our 4th through 8 majors as well. We can also facilitate any 4th through 12th grade majors as well. So like if you wanted to teach English in high school, we can definitely get that done for you as well. This is also where our criminal justice and our Homeland Security majors are housed, and then our kinesiology as well. We also have some professional programs or pre-professional programs that are going to be directing you into a professional program upon graduation. We have a professional program, which is our Law Enforcement Academy on campus. And then we have pre-professional programs that will get you all of the prerequisites you need to move on to the next level of your schooling, like dental school, pre-med, pre-pharmacy, that kind of thing. Okay, so one thing that's unique about Solaros State University is that we definitely value our rural education, and we know that it is something that that we need to expand on. And so we are working to try to bring Solaros to rural communities. Our first branching of this is the Solaros at MC program. I know you guys are like, oh, see, I don't want to have anything to do with MC, but we are trying to mirror this program at OC. We're working on it right now, so stay tuned for that. But we can actually house and facilitate a 4-year degree from Solaros State University on these different campuses. And so that's going to be really interesting when we get it complete. Our goal is for you to do all of your coursework at Odessa College, and the only reason why you would need to go to Alpine is to walk the stage for graduation. With this program, we are also setting up to where we can transfer more hours directly into your degree plan from Odessa College or Midland College, and so that's going to save you tuition money down the road. Just to kind of give you a quick overlook of what our program at MC looks like, we have currently between 10 and 12 different majors on campus that we can do from Solaros State University. So it is a really good opportunity for students that are not wanting to move or that cannot move to Alpine to be able to get that same degree right here. So let's talk just a little bit about campus life if you are moving to Alpine, or even if you're not moving to Alpine. If you're a part of one of these distance programs, you are still a part of Solaros State University and can come in and participate in any of these campus life events. But we have lots of different student organizations on campus. There is probably a home for any interest that you have. We also have homecoming celebrations. We have lots of different campus events that are getting the entire campus together to make sure that we are celebrating the same things, just in general, celebrating life and togetherness right now in these crazy times. But we also have intramural sports that you can participate in. We have the Rangan Nights, which is going to be honoring the culture of Alpine in general. And then some of our traditions that we have in the bottom corner there, you see the desk that's up on the hill, and we always have a freshman walk up to the desk to where you can just reflect and plan, you know, the future coming semesters with Solaros State University. We also have lots of different athletics on campus. So there's plenty of opportunity for you to participate and attend and cheer us on as we are participating in all of these different sports. One thing that I wanted to mention real quick was that we do have the CNFR bull riding national champion on campus for this year. Tristan Hutchinson is the one who won it this last year, and so that's kind of exciting to have the national college champion on campus. Here's just a little bit about living on campus. If you are a transfer student, you're not required to live on campus, but it is still an option for you. We have two different housing options. We have Fletcher Hall, which is a traditional dorm, you know, what you typically think of when you think of a dorm living. And then we have Lobo Village, which is more of an apartment style living. And then we also have for older students or students that are a little bit transferring in with a few more hours, we have some studio apartments available. And then we also have family housing options on campus as well. So if we are talking about our apartment style living in our Lobo Village, you actually have 2 bedrooms that are separated by a wall and doors and everything. You have your own bathroom per room. So it's just you and your roommate that are sharing that bathroom instead of, you know, you and your suite mate, instead of 4 to, you know, anywhere from 4 to 20 students maybe living in the same wing with a traditional style dorm. You're not going to have that at Solaros. So we definitely have some perks with that. In the apartment style living as well, not only is it just you and your roommates that are sharing that same bathroom, but you also have a little living room area that is housed with a refrigerator and a microwave. Benefits to living on campus, like I said, since you're transfer students, you don't have to live on campus, but there are some perks for living on campus. You typically see higher retention and graduation rates with students that are staying on campus just because you have less distractions if you're on campus. You are more likely to graduate in a 4-year time frame, tend to have a higher GPA, and you tend to build closer relationships with your classmates as well. Tuition and fees and room and board. So let's talk about these numbers really quickly. I said before that Solaros is stated as one of the least expensive tuition rates in Texas, and that is true. Even though 4-year institutions seem like a lot of money, it's a very good investment. So it's really worth the time and effort that you're putting into making sure that you can pay for college. The turnaround is going to be great for you guys. So I'm going to give you the prices of our most expensive housing, which is our Lobo Village. Tuition and fees is going to be the same no matter where you're living, or if you're not living on campus, it would be the same for all of you. This is based on a full-time student, so 12 hours. You're looking at approximately $3,600 per semester. If you are living in the dorms, Lobo Village is our most expensive, and so you're looking at approximately $4,700 for your residence hall fees. That includes a meal plan. that's going to be 20 meals a week and 120 Lobo bucks on your card that you can eat at any of our other places on campus. And so you're roughly looking at approximately $8,000, $388 per semester at that rate. So why would you, or if you think that Solaros is the right choice for you, then how do you apply? What's the next steps? So we're going to apply through Apply Texas. And all that we're going to need is, if you have less than 12 hours, then we'll need your high school transcripts. But if you have more than 12 hours that you're transferring with, which almost all of you will, then we just need your college transcripts. If you had any dual credit in school, then we would also need that transcript as well. And a 2.0 GPA is all that we require for our transfer students, as long as you have 12 or more credit hours that you're transferring across. We also have financial aid available for students if you are on campus or if you are part of one of our distance programs. You qualify for the same funding, whether you're on campus or not. So we have scholarships, we have FAFSA, which is our Pell and grants. If you are on campus, we have work study aid, and then you also have the loans available through the financial aid as well. We have over 50% of our students on campus that are receiving Pell Grants, and almost 90% of our students are receiving some sort of financial aid. More than 70% of our students receive scholarships. So we are super excited about our scholarship program. We have a lot of different scholarships available for students, and a lot of our students, as long as you fill out the application for it, a lot of our students will qualify for those scholarships. If you're a part of one of our distance programs, then we have the transfer scholarship, or if you're transferring, we have the transfer scholarships that a lot of our students will also qualify for. Especially, I think that most of the GPA limit there is a 2.5 for our transfer scholarships, but most of the students that are transferring are going to have somewhere around a 2.5, but a 2.0 is all that's required for admissions. Okay. So if you have any questions and you want to join the pack, join our Lobo pack, then feel free to reach out. My contact information is right here for you. Again, my name is Missy Shankman. My office number, since I'm on the Midland College campus, is 432-685-6454. You could definitely shoot me an email if you have questions or concerns. If you want more information about what we might be working on at OC, also keep that in mind and let me know, and I can keep you informed with the progress of we're happening there. And then our general Solaros website is down at the bottom. If you have questions or concerns, want to check out any more information about the majors that are on campus, feel free to go to this website and it'll direct you to the right place. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I hopefully look forward to seeing and meeting some of you guys.
Thank you so much. That was awesome information as well. I didn't realize that there was a bachelor track at MC. That is awesome. We definitely need to coordinate and talk about that with have a partnership with OC for sure.
Yes, we are working on
Awesome.
it.
So very quickly, I wanted to ask you as well, what is your favorite thing about Solaros?
So besides the beautiful campus, because it is gorgeous down there, I love our faculty. We have some of the best faculty members that I have ever encountered. And it is, just emphasized with our small class sizes, with that one-on-one contact, because they truly adopt you. They feel like a part of your family by the time you graduate, and they will help you with anything. A lot of our faculty will take students on and advise them directly as far as, what's going to be the best path for them, what are all the different things that they need to do to be able to be the best candidate for whatever job it is, their dream job upon graduation. And you don't get that at a lot of different places because, for one, the schools are so large that the faculty just don't have the time. But at Solaros, the faculty, because they know you so well from the very beginning, they really try to dedicate all of that time to you. And so I think that the faculty are some of our best assets.
That is incredible. Thank you so much for that awesome presentation. We're gonna wait and see if we have any questions in the chat. So if you are listening, feel free to ask away. Okay, I think we have a question in the chat. It says, are the transfer scholarships stackable? And that's a question for both institutions.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. And so I know that we definitely have transfer scholarships for Solaros with our joint programs. We have consortium agreements. So students could be taking classes at OC and at Solaros at the same time and still have all of their hours count toward aid. But as far as getting any scholarships from, like if you were doing from OC and Solaros, I think you could just get scholarships from Solaros.
And here at SAM, in terms of stackable scholarships, yes, you can receive more than one scholarship at SAM Houston as a part of your financial aid award. In addition, as a transfer student, if you receive the transfer scholarship, you keep that scholarship until you complete your degree, as long as you're making the adequate progress that's spelled out in the terms and conditions of that scholarship. So once you earn it, you can always keep it as long as you're meeting that those necessary milestones.
Awesome. And I just wanted to pipe back into if you as far as stacking other scholarships, so you could absolutely get a transfer scholarship and then a departmental scholarship on top of that. You can absolutely stack them that direction as well.
Awesome, awesome, great information. Looks like we have another question here, and this is something that a lot of our students, we see a need for this for a lot of our students here at OC. But do either institution offer childcare? Is childcare available for students on campus?
At this point, we do not offer childcare at the institution. However, within walking distance, there are daycares that are actually available if someone actually needs childcare. Also, just know that we do have a pre-K3 program here at SAM Houston. So if you actually have a child, we also have our own elementary school. So you can actually enroll your child in the lottery so that they can actually attend our elementary school in pre-K3.
That's awesome. Solaros does not have daycare at this point either.
Awesome. Thank you guys for that awesome information. We'll give it a couple minutes to see if we have any more questions. But if we do not, I really, really appreciate you guys being available to help present to our students today. Like I said, this session is recorded, and so we're going to make sure that it gets sent out to all students so that they have the opportunity to watch it when it's convenient for them. So we really hope to see you guys in person at some point, and we can create an in-person transfer fair with everyone. I know those are always a lot more fun, but either way, this works. The information is still going to be provided to students. And so we are happy to have you guys here today. And like I said, we look forward to collaborating with you all in the future. And if there's ever anything that we can do or assist with, please let us know. If there's any event that you would like for us to attend, please sign us up. And yeah, so I think that's all of our questions, and I don't see any more popping up. So I'll go ahead and conclude this session. Like I mentioned, thank you guys so much. I hope you have an excellent day and a great rest of the semester and a great rest of the academic school year. And we look forward to seeing you all soon.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Isabel. I did just want to mention, I don't know if you're able to comment in the chat, but if you're a student, let me go ahead and allow you to talk. Are you a student here at Odessa College?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me go ahead and give you the Drive to Success code. Do you know what that is by any chance?
No, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. That's okay. Basically, the Drive to Success code